Say that again.
Come on.
I was
say about how we met.
We met. We played. We played in the NFL together for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
We started seeing a lot of crime, a lot of kids killing kids, just a lot of stuff going on. And this was public housing, which is no longer here. And there was so many problems in public housing, and we thought that maybe if we could get over and talk to the kids and get them to focus on their education, get them to focus on the positive things in life, we could be of help. But the address was 816 Bryant Avenue North.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist anymore. That was our first office. Well, I tell you, it was rough going, really rough going. We had no budget. Everything was donations, even donations from our own pockets. To get things going, if we wanted something done, we had to fund it ourselves. You know, some of the stuff that we do is send kids to science museum. But we kept them active because the more active we kept them, the less we had to worry about them getting involved in some of the negative things that were present. One of our donors actually hired a Russian chess master to come in and teach kids how to play chess. They were getting it from a source that very experienced source, knew how to teach, and our kids became very proficient in chess, and we won quite a few tournaments around the city with other schools and organizations that had chess programs.
You talk about the 3 P's.
Yeah, the 3 principles: mind, thought, and consciousness. And you know, we use this as sort of the foundation for the rest of our programs. You know, we started working with kids in Red Wing who were incarcerated and who were going to be released. And we found that once they started thinking about their actions, that it reduced the recidivism rate. Recidivism was 80%. We reduced it to about 20%. And this came with kids who were all of a sudden realizing that their actions were controlled by their thoughts.
I remember we had what we call a community picnic, and so when we got all the food donated, the women in the community just came together and fed hundreds of kids. So that was outstanding, I thought. One of the things that happened that really struck me was our relationship became with the Minneapolis police, because they, you know, needless to say, they didn't have a very positive outlook for North Minneapolis. And kids were constantly getting into trouble. But when they found out what we were doing, their whole attitude changed. Some came out and became coaches. They would ride through, stop, they get out of their car and go and talk to their neighbor. It changed the community's whole attitude toward the police. A lot of high-profile people that knew about us and found out about us, and some came to see us, you know, like Jack Kemp at the time when he was in office. He came.
Director of Public Housing.
Yeah.
We had people who we had played against around the country, a lot of high-profile athletes that were still playing who would come in, stop, and visit with us and help us with programs. And it was always a big thrill for the kids because they looked for who we were going to have this week, who you got next week. One of my favorite stories is when I was in downtown Minneapolis and had somebody run up to me and holler my name, and I turned around and kid hugged me and wanted to introduce me to his family and thanked me for getting him involved in the programs over there. And, I would have never had this wonderful family had it not been for some of the things that kept me from the crime and the violence that was all around me. So he was very happy about that. And, that good feeling from that.